Hi, it's Ashleigh from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video. It's still all about cake, but we always have those cakes that can't take a whole lot of buttercream or fondant. We just want a delicious, moist, fluffy cake, and this particular cake does really well with a whipped cream. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to decorate this in a super simple and easy but beautiful way. And this recipe was actually sent to me by my sister-in-law, who wanted me to make this specific recipe. You can flavor your whipping cream in a myriad of ways. I am just doing it with some simple, really good quality vanilla. And this is clear vanilla, which I like to use instead, especially when I'm working with whipped cream, so that I don't add too much of that brown color to my whipping cream. Today I'm using approximately 1.5 cups of whipping cream mixed with about 2 tablespoons of icing sugar and just a dash of vanilla that I of course never measure. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a little bit of a base, just like how I would when I'm crumb coating a regular cake. I'm being more relaxed with this layer. You could honestly skip this part, but I just want to make sure that that ombre is really nice and punchy, so I don't want any of the parts of the cake showing through, especially those delicious raspberries, because it doesn't really go with the color palette. I want to make sure to bring it out to the edges, but I'm not being too picky about this being a squared off edge or anything. I'm mainly just making sure that everything is fairly covered. And after you do this, really, you don't have to smooth it out that way. That's just habit, because you are going to be covering this with more whipping cream. So I'm just taking my piping bag, which is fitted with a French tip. And this is a fairly large French tip because, of course, you don't want it too small, or else you'll be piping these hearts forever. And when you are piping these, it's fairly simple. You're squeezing and then pulling forward. As you pull down towards yourself, you're no longer squeezing that piping bag. You're kind of just letting that flow. Now, to create the ombre effect, I am using a fat soluble coloring. You don't really have to with whipping cream. Of course, it is a good idea, because then that way I find I don't have to mix it in as much as I do with gel, and it doesn't change the composition of the whipping cream. So I do like to use a powdered food coloring for that. So one thing when you're making whipped cream decorations is you want to make sure that you whipped it enough so that it can actually hold its shape, but you don't want to over whip to the point where it becomes so bubbly, or when it becomes actual butter. So you do want to make sure that you keep an eye on your whipping cream as you're whipping it, and check back and forth just to kind of see if it's pipeable yet. You can honestly run your stuff through your piping bag to see if it's ready. I did that a lot in the beginning. Now, I did wrap these stems so that they're food safe, and the petals aren't really touching the cake. However, I think it looks great too if you use edible flowers. I'm still looking for a place where I can actually purchase edible flowers on a regular basis, but I have yet to find a specific provider that I would like to go with. Then I'm just putting a little bit of sprinkles on here, and of course, it wouldn't be a cake if there wasn't any gold, right? So I am putting on some gold leaf here, but again, this is just something extra. You could honestly just leave it as is, and it would probably look just as beautiful. My friends and family love the look of buttercream and fondant cakes, but this cake was gobbled up so quickly. There's just something so sumptuous about whipped cream with a cake with those tart berries in there as well. So I highly suggest, if you want to try something a little bit different and you want to decorate with whipped cream, this is the way to go. And of course, I didn't use a stabilizer, but you can use some whipped cream stabilizer in here as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading weekly, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!